key points to this, which I'll take us through. And the first one, just following on from what Ben just said there, really, it's about knowing your data inputs. If we start at the very basic level, to build your product, what are you bringing in? And it might be an array of different third-party data sets. It might be some that you're already creating yourself as a byproduct of other processes that you are doing. And it's important to know these, because if you know what they are and where they're coming from, you can then design how you want to ingest them in the right way. What are the transformation and loading processes you need to do? But importantly, you have a rough idea of what they're capable of. And follow on to my next point there, you can then try to work out what other process do I need to put around this. Very importantly, as part of this as well, you need to understand your data governance, because data governance is really important. And Ben mentioned financial data. Governance covers loads. You've got personal data you might have. If you haven't got that, you've probably got supplier contracts, you've probably got third-party data in. All of these have different rules around what you can and can't do with it. And what you'll find is, as you build a data product, is you suddenly have loads more great ideas of what you want to do with that. And other people in your organization will have great ideas as to what they want to do with that. And some may start doing stuff. Now, if you have a good data governance model, you can limit that, you can stop that. Or if it happens, you can pull it back quick. If you're weak, it creates a whole host of problems that will give you a massive headache for ages going forwards.
And all your data ends up with OpenAI all of a sudden, and somebody else is monetizing all your hard work.
Yeah, and you just don't want that, do you? That's not what we want. And the second point, really flowing on from this, is you've got your data in, okay, but the second key point is define your quality, because what the output is you want to do come in many different ways. And when you're looking in terms of data, you can choose to differentiate. You could choose to be a cost leader and just churn stuff. If you want to differentiate, though, there's 3 different ways you can really do this with data. And it takes the abbreviation of CAT, as I'll call it. So your first one is completeness. Okay, so how complete do you want that data to be? You could constantly chase for perfection. We're going back to what we were talking about personas at the start. Do customers need perfection in terms of the completeness of the data? Possibly not. So work out what is the right level of completeness of data that you need. 70% coverage might be absolutely fine. The next one is accuracy. So how accurate does it have to be? Again, if you're working in health and your data's powering operations or medicine, you need to be very accurate. Achieving that level of accuracy comes at a very, very high cost. But if that's what you need to do, that's what you need to do, and you can price for that. Most businesses won't need to be at that level. So work out what is acceptable for you. For us in automotive, we actually do have to chase a very high level of accuracy, and we operate at a standard of 5 Sigma in what we do for the finance and insurance business. And then the reason for that is, if we get something wrong, you can imagine someone's buying a car and their price is out, that aggregates across the UK, across the globe, to potentially millions of pounds, warranty, liabilities, a whole host of problems. So we have to chase high levels of accuracy. And the third one is timeliness. So how fast you have to deliver this data. And you can really, again, alter your proposition quite significantly on this, because you might be exactly the same as your competitors across the other 2. But if you can deliver that data sooner, you can unlock more potential into the markets and go into new white space no one else can go into. Or you could go faster with a lower quality product and it takes customers into that space. So thinking across these 3 aspects are really important, both in terms of what you deliver to customers and also how you design your processes, because your whole processes, your whole data structure technically should all hinge on that, because that is really what you need to do. You can't over design it, and you don't under design with what you want to do. And then the third point, really, for me, which is really important and supports both of these, and we kind of alluded to this a bit as Alistair and Ben were talking around what they've done in their organizations, but for me it's around a data culture and data culture throughout the organization. If you want to be a data-driven business, then you need to work with a data culture. And by that, examples of what I mean by that is, do you have data literacy throughout the organization? Do exec who are sponsoring these products know what data actually is? Do you manage your operations by using KPIs and data-driven metrics, which aren't just numbers? They're produced based on insight you've done internally. So as good as what you deliver externally, you should be doing even better internally, because that will improve your outputs and lower your cost base of what you're actually delivering. So really think that through. Make sure you focus on yourself as much as the external focus. And as part of that, I can't stress the importance enough of having someone responsible in the business as data owners. So we talk a lot across industries about product owners. And you might have product owners as well, but a data owner is someone that really owns that data set and is responsible for all of those things I've spoken about there, because they'll go that extra mile of driving that forwards and enhancing that. And in our business, I probably call myself maybe data sponsor. Within each of our product teams that we have, I've got separate data owners, and they're usually operational managers, not someone who's technically, software based. No, or not product based. They are based in data operational roles, and they really get it. They understand the industry, they understand the context around the data itself, and understand the context of the customers, and that helps them to put a different spin on it and keep that data evolving and moving forwards.